we'll be looking at the main skills for effective communication. The following are the main skills one should have to master to become an effective communicator. Although acquiring all of these skills and mastering them to the same level seems to be challenging, but by the time you know all these skills and you slowly work on them, it's going to take you to the level you want to be in communication. Now, the first skill is staying focused. When you deal with a current crisis or an argument relating something from the past is quite natural. When this happens, most of the times the discussion goes out of topic and the situation can become quite complicated. Now you begin to wonder that we are trying to solve an issue, but because it is just natural that you make reference to the past. Now, the moment you make reference to the past, you need to be able to stay focused on the reason why you are bringing the past to the future argument. Staying focused is one of the best skills, not only for communicating under pressure, but for all types of communications, ranging from lunch chit-chats to board discussions. Now, if you go out of focus, there is a high chance that the end result of the communication may not be effective. Now, the reason why you're communicating, you will not see the results. Another skill for effective communication is listening carefully. Although people think that they are listening when another person talks, actually, they are spending time planning what to say next. So this is what we actually do. Therefore, you need to make an extra effort in order to listen to what the other person says and then come up with what you want to say. If you are not sure what you've heard, repeat it and ask for their confirmation. The next skill we'll look at is understanding others' points of views. Now, in most of the communications, we want ourselves to be heard and understood. So we talk a lot on our point of view and try to get the buy-in of who are listening. Now, remember, others also do the same thing. So if you want them to hear you, you need to hear them and understand their point of view too. Now, if you can really see through their point of view, you can actually explain yours in a clear and applicable way. The fourth skill is empathy when criticizing. Now, sometimes we become really defensive when someone criticizes us. Like you want to defend yourself. No, I am not this way. No, this is how it is. Trying to build up excuses. But since criticism has close ties with emotions, we can be easily erupted. But in communication, it is really important to listen to the other person's pain and difficulties and respond with empathy. At the same time, try to extract the fact that the truth is in what they say. Try to extract the fact and the truth in what they say. It can also be useful to you. Now let's look at taking ownership. Taking personal responsibility is a strength. When it comes to effective communication, admitting what you did wrong is respected and required. Now, I was in a public transport, and when the lady sitting beside me got to where she wanted to, got to her destination, and she gave the driver 500 naira. At first, the driver brought up the argument that the money was done. Then later he said, when you entered, you should have told me that it was 500 naira. And the lady immediately said, for that, I am sorry. She immediately admitted her wrong, and that kind of thing is respected and also required. Now, most of the times, there are many people who share responsibility in a conflict. In such cases, admit what is yours. This behavior shows maturity and sets an example. Now, your behavior most probably will inspire others to take responsibility for their share. The sixth skill we'll look at is compromise if necessary. Now, many people do not know how to compromise when they are arguing. They always want to win their argument all the time. But how often have you felt empty inside after winning an argument? Sometimes winning an argument does not actually make sense. You may win the argument, but might lose the cooperation of other people. Communication is not just about winning. It's about getting things done. For the objective of getting things done, you may have to compromise in the process. If it is necessary, please do. The seventh skill, take a time out if necessary. You need to take a break in the middle of the discussion. If the communication is intensive, there can be an ineffective communication pattern surfaced. Now, the moment you notice such patterns, you need to take a break and then continue. I have a particular friend that whenever we are arguing, and they notice that the communication or the argument has become tense, immediately says, okay, let's talk about something else. And we take a break from that discussion, then come back to discussion when every tension is down. So when you continue after the break, all the parties involved in the discussion will be able to constructively contribute for the discussion. Now, compete for your objective. You have a reason why you are communicating. You have a reason why you are talking. You know the objective, you know your aim, you know your goal. Compete for your objective. Although there can be a lot of obstacles on your way, do not give up for what you're fighting for. You may have to compromise, but clearly stand for what you believe in. And when it comes to communication, all the parties involved should be satisfied with the outcome of it. Number 9 is that you should ask for help. Sometimes you might have difficulties to communicate certain things to certain parties. Now, this could be due to an issue related to respect or something else. In cases like this, seek help from others. Your manager will be one of the best persons to help you with, especially if you are in a workspace.